The concept of things that aren't translatable between languages, um, and between any two languages, not even necessarily one of the two that I speak, has always really gotten at me. Um, Obviously, I've run into this by far the most often with English and Spanish because those are the two languages I speak, but um, it's a relatively common concept, I think, given any two languages. There will be certain things and certain phrases where you'll run into them and you'll be forced to say, oh, well, I can't exactly translate this, or like there's no exact translation or exact word. Um, and I guess it means so much to me because it really gets at both language shaping thought and thought shaping language. Because I've wondered for a long time, can you definitively consider one of those as coming first, or is it just like a fundamental relationship between the two? Um, it makes me start to wonder how much difference there is between language and thought. I don't know if that makes sense at all. It just it makes me think about how it's like there's so many ways in which humans from all over the world and from whatever given culture are like similar and really the same. Like we are all human beings at the end of the day, and there are some traits that we all share universally. But the fact that um, in all speaking different languages, apparently certain groups have just thought about concepts in ways that other entire groups simply haven't, or two entire groups of people, just on account of a difference in location and only being surrounded by whatever group they're each a part of, have just thought about things in fundamentally different ways. And apparently, it's gotten to the point where we can't always fully communicate them, even if we try our best. Um, and that makes me start to wonder, is there some fundamental difference? Um, are are two people like is it somehow genetic? It's clearly hereditary, um, but that might just be by nature of how much we imprint. Um, but clearly, there are simply irrevocable slash like inevitable differences between people just because they come from different places. And I guess the thing that people fuck up is just thinking that that's an excuse to treat anyone poorly or to treat anyone differently just based off of that fact. But so many people take difference to mean something negative, or take or see difference and insist on comparing the two things that are different, like in this case, different cultures. So many people see any sort of difference and treat it as an automatic negative, and that's where all the discriminatory mindsets we see come from. But I feel like sometimes maybe it gets to a point where people trying to combat that discrimination start to see it as a bad idea to recognize difference in the first place. And I don't think that's true, and I don't think that's a good idea. I just wish we could all have the mindset of celebrating one another. Um, but anywho's, I kind of got away from myself there. Um, I was just thinking a lot about the concept of things that can't be translated across languages. It's it's incredible to me, and something that I feel like um, maybe could or should be thought about more. Um, Hopefully, I've communicated my ideas well enough about that. Goodbye.